But the truth is, that's not what this was. This was something else entirely. But to understand what actually happened, why markets can be at all-time highs when there's a war going on, you first need to understand what Wall Street looked like going into this, because there's a lot more to this story than just a relief rally. On February 28th, the US and Israel launched joint airstrikes on Iran. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was killed. Then Iran shut down the Strait of Hormuz, and the market had its worst 5-week losing streak in nearly 4 years. Wall Street was beginning to panic. Hedge funds didn't just start repositioning. They were selling at the fastest pace in 13 years. And that's not a loose estimate. That's hard data. Because Goldman Sachs had a front row seat to the show. They run what's called a prime brokerage desk, which services most of the major hedge funds on Wall Street, which means they see what these hedge funds are buying, what they're selling, and just how leveraged they are. And according to Goldman's own numbers, Q1 hedge fund selling in North America was the largest since April 2020. Gross leverage was sitting over 300%, near an all-time high. And short exposure to macro ETFs like SPY and QQQ hit the highest level since the pandemic.
If you think about some kind of massive detonation in the oil market supply chain in the Middle East, and there's this shockwave that's kind of moving out, this shock is too large for the system to handle, and it will begin to creak and break the longer this goes on.
Just how many barrels per day were those disruptions, the squeeze of 2008, and how big is this in comparison?
It's bigger than anything in history. Every analyst I speak with, people again that are, I respect people that are not alarmists, people that make fun of the alarmists. They're all terrified. Let's say the East-West pipeline is maxed. There's no issues at Yanbu. The Houthis don't get involved, et cetera, et cetera. In that scenario, with the strait remaining closed, we still need to shed 15 million barrels a day of global demand. And that just means prices, $250, $300 a barrel Brent. We will hit all-time highs in that scenario on an inflation-adjusted basis, almost guaranteed, almost by necessity. So I do think in that scenario, again, recession is too light a term.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!
These are systematic trading firms that run on rules-based models. They don't care about news. They don't care about geopolitics. They just follow trends. When the trend is down, their algorithms say short. When the trend is up, their algorithms say long. It's mechanical trading. Goldman reported that CTAs were sitting on about a 30 billion net short position going into the ceasefire. But the second the S&P crossed certain trigger levels, these models flipped, and they didn't flip to neutral. They flipped to go long. Goldman originally estimated these CTAs would need to buy back around $40 billion of equities to exit their short positions. But the actual number ended up being $86 billion across just 5 trading sessions, which, according to Goldman's records, is a top 5 buying speed print of all time. But for this to make sense, we first need to explain the underlying mechanics of a short squeeze, because when you short a stock, you're borrowing shares from someone and selling them. You're betting the price drops so you can buy them back cheaper at a later date, return them, and profit the spread. But if the price goes up instead, you're f***ed because you still have to return those shares you borrowed, which means you have to buy them back at a higher price than you sold them at. And if the price keeps rising, your losses keep growing. And at some point, your broker may send you a margin call, which means you either add more money to your account or you close the position immediately. And when enough people get margin calls at the same time, they all have to buy back their shares. That buying pushes the price up, which triggers more margin calls, which triggers more buying, and that's a short squeeze.